Hi everyone, how are we all doing? Hello, if you're new here, my name is khutchingss and I'm owner of Elski Beauty, which is a salon here in Hampshire. Now today I'm super duper excited, as you can probably tell, because today I'm doing a first impression / review on the two new Charlotte Tilbury products, the Magic Away Liquid Concealer and the Magic Genius Face Powder. And I'm so excited, so let's jump straight into it. Here is the box of goodies. Obviously I love getting any makeup package, but I get extra excited when I get a Charlotte Tilbury one because everything just always looks so pretty. So you got your little envelope here. Did anyone ever used to watch America's Next Top Model? I'm not sure if they still do it, but don't ask me why. This always reminds me of when the models in the house are always like, Tyra mail! The first thing that came to my head when I saw this was, ooh, Tilbury mail! And then it's only got like your receipt and invoice thing, well not invoice, but it's only got your receipt thing in there, but still. Charlotte Tilbury stuff always looks so pretty, look, and it's all shimmery. Anyway, let's get on to the good stuff. So as always, it's beautifully packaged, the little CT symbol there, and we open it up to the goodies. Okay, so let me get rid of my box. Okay, so here we've got Charlotte's Genius Magic Powder, under eye and face. I got it in shade 2, which is fair medium, what I find really handy on Charlotte Tilbury's website is if you ever had any Charlotte Tilbury foundations or concealers or anything like that, it says if your shade blah blah, then we recommend using this shade, which I actually find really helpful, especially when you're buying makeup online. So I am shade 3.5 in Charlotte's Magic Foundation. So yeah, that's the shade that they recommended for me. And this, which I'm like extra excited to try, Magic Away Liquid Concealer, which I got in shade 3, fair, again for the same reason because that's what was recommended. So I've done my primer and foundation, so obviously I'm up to the concealer stage, which I'm going to try out with you guys. Now I tried to keep in the Charlotte Tilbury theme and I used my Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow Primer, which is my like ride or die primer, absolutely love it. Charlotte Tilbury stuff is slightly on the pricey side as we know, but I've had that primer forever and I don't even know if I'm halfway through yet. I absolutely love it. And then after my primer I let that sink in for a bit and then I use the Hollywood Flawless Filter and I use that in shade 2. Absolutely love it, brilliant for adding a bit of a glow. So basically I should just be like gleaming today with everything that I'm going to be using, which is for dewy skin. But right, Magic Away Liquid Concealer, let's get into it. So it's full coverage, long lasting, anti-dark circle correcting concealer. Now I could sleep for a year and I would still have bluey purpley circles under my eyes, so hence why I'm extra excited to try this out. Now on the side it says Magic Away dark circles, blemishes and imperfections with this magical illuminating anti-aging and visibly smoothing concealer. So we shall see. It says twist and apply the Magic Away directly to dark circles and blemishes using the sponge pat to blend. Right, so don't laugh at me if I can't figure out how to use this because this is the first time I'm using it. So it looks like that. Very pretty. I don't know if that's going to focus inside. The classic gold packaging, and it's got like the name on there with the little hole so you can see what shade it is. And then once you take the lid off you've then got this sponge applicator, and I'm guessing you just twist it for the product to come out, a bit like her liquid concealers and highlighter. So let's see, shall we? Clicking away. I'm so excited to try this out, it's unreal. I'm not even sure if that's normal too. Twist, twist, twist. There we go, I think I'm starting to get product. I am! Right, product is just starting to come out at the top of the sponge. So I'm going to apply this under my eyes, obviously. I think this applicator is going to take a little bit of getting used to. So I'm just going to pop a little, twist that a bit more. Just make sure I've covered enough of my eye. Grab that spot there. Right, now I'm going to blend one side under my eye with my finger and the other side with my beauty blender, just because on all her demonstrations she uses her fingers, but let's face it, we can't do our makeup without a beauty blender, so I'm going to try both. So let's give it a go with just my finger. It definitely feels like a thicker consistency compared to her other ones. just going to pop a little bit on my eyelid there as well. Ooh! That is blended in so nicely. I'm actually going to carry on using my finger on the rest of it now. I definitely think when you've got a thicker consistency a thicker consistency concealer, which isn't easy to say, it definitely helps having like the warmth of your finger to blend it in. Wow. Yeah, it's blended in just as nicely with the beauty blender as it did with my finger. It's blended in really seamlessly actually. I don't know why I sound so surprised. Sometimes Charlotte Tilbury things aren't as haven't got as good a coverage as sometimes I like. Sometimes. I'm just going to give up talking today, I think. Now sometimes if you think you need any extra coverage anyway, you can just go in again. So what I sometimes do with concealer is literally just follow that dark line that I get along there. But it does come out fairly well out of the sponge applicator. I don't hate it, but I don't know. I imagine if it get a bit clogged it might get a bit annoying. But it's the product inside that we're reviewing, and so far so good. It'll just be good to see how long it lasts. Do you know what? I'm flipping excited that that's how well that concealer's come out. I absolutely love it. How often is it that a product actually does what it says on the tin? Not very often, unfortunately, but I would definitely say that has covered my dark circles. You can see my, obviously you're still going to be able to see the spot, but you can barely notice it. And all the other redness I had on my face. Yeah. Wowzers. Right, moving on to the powder. How exciting, 2 new Charlotte Tilbury things to try out. Right, so this is the box here. Now on the back it says a genius light diffusing loose powder that blurs, visibly reduces dark shadows and boosts radiance. Use all over the face, matching your skin tone for an enhanced complexion, or on a lighter shade under the eyes for a brightening effect. Now, I'm not absolutely made of money, so I couldn't afford to get one powder that suited the colour of my face and then a brighter one for under the eyes. So let's just try this one under the eyes. So it's just got that nice packaging there. It's like a thick plastic consistency. Now I'm probably going to get this powder everywhere, trying to peel off that little tab. So don't laugh at me if I end up getting this everywhere. I think I'm going to have to try and use my tweezers because look how long my nails are getting. I can't do anything. Kicking on gas. Or not, until the plastic rips. Now, I do get quite an oily T-zone, and this is for like a dewy, illuminating, brightening effect. So it'll be interesting to see if it can still make me look glowy in those areas without looking shiny and sweaty. But we'll soon find out. So I've just taken the plastic off, and it's got like a little shutter on there. So once you're done with it, this bit's solid, so you can just turn it over so you won't ever get loads of powder everywhere. But I'm going to shake a load of this out. Otherwise I'm not going to get very far, am I? There we go. Splattered that everywhere. So I'm going to grab my Morphe 528 brush. And I've just got some, I don't want to tip it out, I've just got some in the lid there. I'm just going to pop some underneath my eyes. Just goes on obviously the same as any other powder really, and I always press it in a little bit underneath once I've applied powder, just to try and decrease any fine lines. But yeah, I've got a feeling these might be my favourite Charlotte Tilbury products ever. It has got a bit of a weird smell to it, which I've seen in a couple of other reviews. It's not like perfumed, you know, if you've got sensitive skin or anything, so don't worry about that. It's just got a bit of a, I don't know, I can't really describe it, it's just a bit of an odd smell, quite a clinical smell. Anyway, you can still see that my skin is quite dewy and illuminated still, which I'm loving, considering I've just set down my makeup. But it still makes your skin sort of look alive, which is a term that I always say, which I know sounds a bit weird, but it just makes your skin still look, well yeah, just like you're set down but you're still dewy, which is nice. Just makes you look a bit more fresh is the word that I'm looking for. So I've just put on, I just put on 2 not layers because obviously it's powder, but I'm just making sure that the whole of my face is covered and nicely blended. Well, I really don't know. I don't know how well that's going to come out on camera, but first impressions on using both of those new products is I'm ridiculously impressed. Like the last few launches that Charlotte Tilbury has done, as you've probably seen on my channel, with her highlight and contour ones, which was these, I reviewed. Really like them. They've sort of got a similar applicator to the concealer, but these two have blown it out of the park. I mean, if my makeup stays like this all day, then I've definitely, unfortunately for my bank account, found my new holy grail concealer. That is how impressed I am. Barely used any of it, and it's, as you can see, it's really covered my under eyes and my blemishes, and you're still looking fresh, you're still looking dewy, which is the kind of effect that I like. If you do like a more of a matte effect with your powder, then I think it's her Air Flawless or something powder. It's something like that, but she has got a mattifying pressed powder, which is really good if you have got particularly oily skin. Okay, so I've done the rest of my makeup. I have used the Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow, the Hollywood Filter Nip and Fab Foundation, of course the Magic Away Liquid Concealer, along with the Magic Powder. What others have I used? Urban Decay Contour, Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold Highlight, me Blush, me Gloss, and Revolution Eyebrow Powder. Oh, and me, oh god, what else have I used? Me Mascara and Hoola Benefit Bronzer. Now, final verdict. Liquid concealer? Yes, yes, yes. I cannot wait to see how this lasts throughout the day, so I'm going to leave a post on that in the description box below, and how long it lasts and how well it lasts during the day. But yeah, I'm pretty speechless about both these products, as you've probably noticed. I couldn't believe that even just a little bit of the concealer, just how well it actually did cover, because I do find that with a lot of high-end brands, and Charlotte Tilbury especially. Obviously the products are slightly on the pricey side, but they last forever, so sometimes they end up being pretty cost effective. If you ever need to persuade a loved one why you're spending more money on makeup, it's because it lasts longer, so it's more cost effective. Now with the powder, I love how the powder can make you look illuminated without you looking like really shiny. Like I said, I do get quite an oily T-zone like all around my nose, so again it'd be good to see how that lasts throughout the day, and yeah, I'll add that in the description bar below. But yeah, I mean, straight away the powder gave me a good canvas for like all my contour and all my highlight. Nothing's gone patchy over the top of it, it's blended really well. Yeah, I just really like that as well. Yeah, pretty speechless about them both. Definitely recommend them both. Well done CT, the queen of makeup. Now if you've enjoyed my first impression / review video today, please give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe, that would be amazing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!